Hello, you gorgeous people. How are you? Welcome to Monday. Today, I'm talking about the dreaded mask. And just a couple of observations that I've seen that have been driving me nuts. I'll tell you all about it on the other side. So it's been a few weeks now that they've taken away the restrictions from Spain. Nobody needs to wear one of these inside of enclosed spaces. Thank God. Does that stop them? No, it doesn't stop them. Still, now, every now and again, you'll see somebody with a mask on. Right? Lately, the Spanish government has produced a little report that says that people who still wear masks now could be suffering from mental disease. Okay? So that's nice of them to support those people after they've frightened the shite out of them for 2 years, and the people who are absolutely terrified, now they're mentally diseased. So that's nice of the government, isn't it? Nice backup support. However, it's true. I mean, let's be honest, it's true. You know, when the government says it's over, you would think that people would believe it, right? But it's all about the television. You see what's happening on the television. The television tells people what's the truth. The government doesn't. The television tell people what the government is saying, and the people believe the television, not the government. Does that make sense? So people don't like the government, but they do believe the television. So what's happening if you watch anything on the TV? Reporters are still there, still wearing the fucking mask, still chatting away, with people with masks on. Okay? That's why people are still wearing masks. It's got nothing to do with the rules, or like they're saying, well, it's over now, you can take them off, So, every now and again when we're out, most people are not wearing masks, but every now and again you see somebody, quite elderly people who are very scared, but just the odd person that just, they wear them and it looks like they're proud. But I want to tell you a couple of really hilarious instances. It's to the point where I'm looking and I'm laughing at people. I can't help it. It's like a spontaneous laugh. So the first one, we went to the shopping centre where there's some cinemas, because we're going with the family to watch the new dinosaur film. So outside of the cinema, suddenly this guy appears. Right, I assume it was a guy because he was wearing male clothing, but his mask was so big that you could barely see who it was. And he knew my Spanish family. Right, as it happened, he was a neighbour. So what did he do? He had one of those white duck bill masks, the very high, the ones that apparently work. That's what everybody says. That one, if you wear that one works. Yeah. So he was wearing that amidst everybody else who wasn't wearing it. And then he saw my Spanish family. So he went up and he said hello. And as he went up to say hello, he took his mask off. And then he said hello to everybody. Okay? And then when it was over, he put his mask back on. Now, look, I'm a logical person. I just look at things logically. Okay? And obviously there's no logic in that whatsoever. But I'm thinking, in what fucking world does that man live? Right? Is he scared to infect others? Is he scared that others are going to infect him? It doesn't matter, because either way, it just doesn't work out. It doesn't work out. Why would you, when you see somebody take your mask off? Do we only get infected from people we don't know? Is it strange as that actually can go? Hey, this is not the first time that this has come out. I know even politicians who've been caught without the mask say, well, I knew these people. And obviously the virus is very selective. It only attacks the people who you don't know. Yeah? So he took his mask off and started to speak to people. Let's not even get into, here in Spain, when you meet people, you give them 2 kisses, one on either cheek. You start with the left cheek. People here with masks on, kissing one another with masks on. Right, we're going to get into it, because now I'm getting myself worked up. You're not supposed to touch the mask. When you touch the mask, the deal's done. It's over. The mask is contaminated. Already you are excreting stuff out. The mask is fucking filthy. It's horrific. The microbes and the bacteria on the mask is awful. Right, so what are you doing? Well, you're going up to somebody and you're hitting the mask together. So they're kissing one another with the mask on, and they think that that's doing something. I mean, you're just touching one mask against another, and then whatever, we're talking supposedly aerosol size stuff. The mask's going to be infected with whatever that person's got, and anything else into the bargain. Anything into the bargain that that person might have on that mask. Instant contact. So that's what happened, and I thought, and I wanted to scream at the top of my voice. I wanted to scream to my family, because my Spanish family, unfortunately, are believers, and they think we are mad. And I wanted to say, have you not seen that? What the fuck's that about? Why is he taking his mask off to say hello? Like, are you okay? Like, what's the logic? There's none. So then we went to see my children performing in the band. Now, there was a point where all of the people who were playing wind instruments were cutting a hole in their mask and playing the wind instrument through that. Now, let's just, look at this coldly. They're blowing air out of the mouth down a tube, and it's coming out of the instrument. But they're wearing a mask. For what reason? When all of the air that they're blowing is coming out, air and spit. I mean, you know what it's like when you're in a trombone, you've got a little spittle thing. I saw it yesterday. You have to open it and the spit comes pouring out. Just germs everywhere, right? And coming out of the instruments. What the hell is this mask doing? Nothing. So we were in the show with our children. It was very beautiful, and I filled up a couple of times. It was so emotional. But there was a woman sitting next to me who had a mask on. One of I don't even know what they're called. I've made a point of not learning the name, but the big white ones that go when people are talking, and it makes me feel anxious. So she was sitting for the whole fucking time with the mask on. She was the only one in the room with the mask on. The whole time. And she looked proud. Now, I think I'm projecting that onto people. I'm looking at them and going, look at you with the mask on. You're so fucking proud, aren't you? Maybe they're not. But, I mean, you can barely see any of the face, so I think I'm just imagining it. But she looked proud, right? So let's just stick with that. I've got my mask on. Look at me. I'm still caring about everybody else, yeah? The show finished, and she went to talk to the teacher. And as soon as she stood up and went to talk to the teacher, she took her mask off to have a conversation. What is that about? So this is not... So I didn't see it once. I see it various times. I've seen it loads of times. People taking the mask off to talk and then putting the mask back on. I mean, God give me strength. These people, and I'm going to talk about this in the next video, these people are so out of it. They're so out of reality that they think that that's okay. And they think that they do, well, if I keep it on most times, I'm saving most people. However, if I talk to somebody face to face, I'm taking the fucker off and they're going to have the whole lot of my germs and I don't care. However, I will, when I go out, I will look really good with my mask on. And people go, oh, look at them, still wearing the mask. Clever people. Clever, nice people, aren't they? No, people are going, well, me. I don't know what other people are doing. I have no idea what other people are doing. I'm looking at them and going, off the fucking trolley. They are off their fucking trolley. And I want to know what they were doing on the trolley in the first place, but they're off it. So, this is where we are. This is where we are. Incongruous behaviour. We've been seeing incongruous behaviour for 2 years. A lack of congruence. Like weird behaviour, and it still continues. And I know why. I'm going to share it with you in the next video. But for God's sake, please, this is my prayer that goes out to all of the mask wearers in the world. Please, fucking stop it. Stop it now. because you're making a tit of yourself. You are making a tit of yourself. Maybe not to anybody else, but to me. And the next time I see it, I'm going to maybe have to say something like, you're a tit. I say that because I'm in Spain and nobody will understand. Okay? So I can get away with it. I go, hola, ¿qué tal? You're a bit of a tit. ¿Qué tal los niños? Yeah? So I just slip it in. They won't know what that means and I'll feel better. How about that? Yeah. I'll do that. Okay, chicos. There you go. See, I'm speaking Spanish now because I've got my Spanish head on. Thank you for sharing this time with me. Thank you for listening to my rant on masks. And, please God that you don't have to go through what I'm going through, but you may well be going through that anyway. It's a bit of a worldwide thing, isn't it? So, have a lovely week and I'll see you all on Friday. I love you all.